Hey everyone, it's Andy here, and today I just wanted to cover using your free IRS tax transcript to get an update on your refund and stimulus payments. So I know it's tax season, and a lot of people are trying to figure out where their refund is at and if they got paid stimulus payments and what's happening with that. And one trick to try and get some of this information, it won't give you always all the answer, but is to use your IRS tax transcript, which is free. So I'll talk a little bit about what it is, the tax transcript, how to get one, and then how you can use it to try and get some insight into your refund and stimulus payment if the official channels are not available. As always, if you find the information useful here, please hit the like button below, and you can always subscribe to get the latest updates. Thanks. So, before I get into what and how to find out your refund and stimulus or other payment information with the IRS, understand what the IRS tax transcript is. It is an official document that the IRS holds that leverages your financial records with them. So it's available to you. It's information that you provide to the IRS. It's not going to give information the IRS does not have. So it is tied to your social security number, certain tax years depending on the type of transcript, and it uses a bunch of transaction codes that the IRS internal system used to process different things on your tax returns, credits, penalties, refund statuses, stimulus payments. So it's almost like a snapshot of your financial history with the IRS. And it'll provide you things like what your status of your returns have been with the IRS over several years. It tells you what your income history reported to the IRS. So this is important if you have had previous jobs and previous things and you're not sure what is reported to the IRS. So it shows you what employers, vendors, third parties, federal agencies have reported to the IRS, and you can see this information over several tax years. It allows you, very importantly, to verify your tax information for a lender or mortgage broker. So if you're taking a loan or refinance, you've probably been asked to provide a form that allows you to request your IRS tax transcript. So this transcript allows the banker or you to provide this information, and it's like the official source of your income as well. So it's a very important document for verifying your tax information, because obviously the IRS is a federal agency. Its information is considered the most accurate. It also helps you resolve many tax notices and issues. So you may get correspondence from the IRS. This could include you or people, your dependents. So the tax transcript shows you the information in a more detail. So you file a return every year, or at least if you have, the transcript will show you how it's been processed at the IRS. So it really sort of joins what you file versus how the IRS processes. So it gives you a lot of that to help you resolve any tax notices and disputes that may have come up. And finally, if your account is ever under IRS audit, this could take several months or several years. It allows you to sort of see what's happened with the IRS and to verify your data with what the IRS has. And so you can use the transcript as a way to cross check and push back if you feel transactions are not wrong. And the IRS has a mechanism, if you find issues with your transcript, to notify them so it can get addressed and you don't get unfairly penalized or overpaid with the refund. So it's a pretty important document. It's been around for a long time. The good thing, and a lot of people don't realize, it's free. You can request it several times, and now that it's available online, you can go in and access all the different types of transcripts. So, like this slide shows you, you have to go to the irs.gov site, just search for a transcript or ordering a transcript. You can even Google search that, but get it from the official IRS site. Please don't go to other sites that say they can offer it to you. This is a free service provided by the IRS. You don't have to go pay for it, and no one should give it to you. I will definitely recommend requesting it online. As you can see here, it's pretty simple. You just need to register with the Social Security and basically your tax filing data from your latest tax return, have an email account. It'll have a couple of verification checks. So it just does it so that make sure that your identity is not compromised, given that this contains pretty much your entire financial history. So you'll have to provide that information. And then when you get access online, you'll be able to see all the transcript types. You'll be able to download it, print it, return later, which is really useful. So definitely, I would recommend going online. But for those people who can't do it online, you can also request it by mail and send the information, as you can see on the screen, which is your social, your date of birth, and your mailing address. And then you'll get it back in 5 to 10 business days. And this is, again, still a free service. So I've put the email down there, irs.gov/individual/get transcript, or just Google search it. But again, it's pretty easy to get it, and most people can get it very quickly online. So you see now what a transcript can do. It has your financial information. So how can you use it? So one is for refund processing status. So I would also recommend this in IRS Refund. Go to Where's My Refund or IRS to Go, the mobile app, to get the latest status of your current year tax refund. But as you know, and I've done some videos on why WMR, the disappearing bars, is sometimes hard. What the transcript can do is, especially the transcript that shows ongoing transactions, it can show you if the IRS has processed it. And while the latest status should always be on WMR and IRS to Go, I have found, and many comments on the articles have written about this, that if you go to the transcript, sometimes, especially if you have delays in your refund, which is more than the 21 days the IRS says is standard, the transcript can actually show you if your refund isn't paid. And I've seen several instances. I know the IRS officially says they should not give you more information, and you may have seen it, but your transcript does sometimes show that your refund was processed, even though you may not see it on WMR or IRS to Go. So it's worth checking. Again, it's free service, so I don't think anything is lost if you go and check it. And sometimes you can get updated information, and you may even find reasons why your refund is delayed, because it could be a holdup or a penalty or an audit. So it's always good to have this as a tool. So if you're struggling to get your refund status on WMR, Where's My Refund, or IRS to Go, just sign up and get your transcript and see if that gives you more information. And I'll show you shortly how it would look on your transcript as well. The other one, a lot of people have been having issues with the stimulus check payments, whether it's for the dependents or for the adult stimulus check, and there have been many rounds of it. Now, again, the IRS has provided a tool, my Get My Payment tool, where you can go check the status of your stimulus checks, but a lot of times people can't see if it's been paid or confirmation it was sent. So, again, the transcript will be, if the IRS, who was sending out the stimulus checks on behalf of the federal government, has made a payment, it'll actually be in your transcript. And again, like refunds, it's a good way of double checking or providing an alternative way to see if the IRS has processed it. Because even if it's not on your transcript, that's another reason confirming it hasn't been paid. So that gives you sort of assurance whether it's not been paid, or sometimes you'll see it has been paid, but for some reason their Get My Payment tool has not been updated. And I'll show you again how that looks on a transcript. But again, these two, refund and stimulus, I'm hearing a lot of people ask about how I can get another way to look for these. And I think the transcript is probably a reasonable way to look at it. Again, the transcript is historical, so future checks or things that are in process, you may not see it on your transcript or your relevant status tool. But if you haven't received it for several months or you've had delays in the past, this is a good way to check it. And finally, a lot of people also have credits, other credits. Like this year, you probably have the child tax credit, and last year you had other credits for low-income families. And also, sometimes you have penalties where you overpaid your taxes or you paid it late. You can also go check this on your transcript. So you may not have an easy way to do this, and you may have just seen the thing, but you can always go to your IRS Tax Transcript, and it will show you all your credits and penalties. There'll be different transaction codes, and I'll post a link in the description below on the different place you can go search for transaction codes, and there are hundreds, but so there's a whole separate detail on that. But it will show you sort of what's paid over the last several years. It's a great way again to go back and look at what's the IRS is processing for you. So one thing important to understand is there is not just one type of transcript. And I have a whole detailed article on IRS tax transcripts, which I'll put in the description below, where you can go read it yourself. But there are 5 types of transcripts. Probably the 2 most important ones are going to be your return transcript, which shows most of your lines from your originally processed tax return. So this is when the IRS has processed your tax return, sort of the final stage, and this is the official record with them. And this is useful for lenders as proof of filings. A lot of lenders will say, show us your income, right? And they use the transcript as the best way to say, this is what the IRS has about your AGI, or adjusted gross income. So this return transcript is mainly used for that. Again, it is a bit more historical based on your previous years or the current year tax transcript, has been processed. So if you filed it but it hasn't been processed, this is not going to be very helpful, because it'll only be showing you what's processed. The one I think which is really useful, which I think can help you with your refund and your stimulus payment, is the account transcript. So this is the tax account transcript. So this provides both what's being processed on your ongoing IRS action. So after you filed return, if you have amended returns, or you've got more refunds, if you've got more, your stimulus check was paid late, or you got additional credits, or even penalties, this will show that. So this is almost like an ongoing record of transactions with the IRS. And I think this is probably the most useful one for checking refunds and stimuluses after filing. So top one is really about income verification. It's sort of your baseline or snapshot of your tax as it's being processed. And your account transcript, I think, is the one that keeps showing online ongoing transactions. So I think this is definitely the one you want to use for checking your refunds and stimulus after filing. Again, the account transcript keeps getting updated as more transactions are put on. So you can keep going online to your account and checking it, because that's updated on your online account. Again, it's free. It's nothing you have to pay for, and it'll update in a regular basis. I don't know if it's every night or every day, but it does update whenever you get a new transaction. So if your tool's not showing it, and you can go and pull the account transcript to check your refund and stimulus payments, and it may give you more information. Again, it's not a guaranteed way, and I'm not a tax expert or work for the IRS, and I'm not saying this will always give you the precise information, but if you can't get it from your WMR tool or from your Get My Payment tool, this is the account transcript is a good one you want to get. The other transcripts are more just the other types available. Record of account just combines both of them. So that's another one you can pull to put both of them. It's a much larger one. I think it can get a bit heavy, but it does give you both. You have your wage and income transcript. Again, this is more specifically to show income reported to the IRS. So this is useful for unemployment and checking different things. So if you're a contractor in multiple sources, it's a great way to see all the different income sources that has been reported to the IRS. And this is important when figuring out your unemployment benefits. So something to keep in mind, the wage and income transcript is good to keep for that, to see what is the federal official source of your income with the IRS. And then the last one is more for non-filers, just to show that the IRS has no record. So if you're a non-filer, again, this I think will help with fraud. If someone's filed back on your behalf fraudulently, you can go check that you've confirmed that the IRS has no record. Because if you see that IRS has a tax return and you didn't file it, that's a reason of fraud. Then you got to follow up with that as well. So these are the different types of transcripts you can get for free from the IRS. All are available online, so you can sign up for an account. Like I said before in my earlier part, register online, and these are all available for you on a regular basis. And it does provide a lot of useful information. But I want to now show you what it could look like on your transcript. So if you've pulled a transcript, then they all look a little different. So I've taken little snapshots here, but you'll see here on this screen, right? It essentially provides you the transaction code or the reference code. This is an internal IRS code, and each one is tied to an IRS. So you can go search on the irs.gov site for this particular code, and it'll give you more information about what it means. But it's probably a separate video to go into it. But you can see here at the bottom, this is a sample statement for 2020, and you can see it shows on top 806 your W-2 that was from the tax withheld, and I've hidden the amounts here, but you can see your credits, you can see your earned income tax credit when it was processed. You can also see your additional actions pending, and last part is you can see the refund issued. So this last date, for example, this person last year got their refund on 03/04/2020. So this is a great way of seeing it. You may not actually been able to see this, but you know here that the refund has been issued. Now this should match up to your WMR tool, but sometimes there's a lag. And so at least here, this can give you assurance that your refund was issued by the IRS. So if you haven't got it, it's probably due to either incorrect mailing addresses or your bank account was thinking. At least you know what next steps to take. But you can be assured that the IRS has processed your refund. And it will have the amount of refund as well available on your online account. So you can see all that information here. But it's pretty useful information, as you can see here. And then, for example, stimulus payments. And I apologize, this may be a bit small, but you can see here as well from a 2020 account transcript, it has all the data. This is again an account transcript. So you can see it shows you all what's been paid. But what you can see here on the bottom is code 766, your tax relief credit, which is your stimulus check, which is our economic impact payment. It's called, official names is the tax relief credit, and then the refund issues. So because that was an advanced payment, advanced refundable credit, so they've actually technically paid you for a future refund you would be getting, or refund amount. So that's why you see two transactions. One is 2,400, which is two adult checks, 1,200 each for the first stimulus payment. And then you have a reversing entry for 2,400 because they've deducted against your 2020 tax return. So this shows you this was paid, and so you can get confirmation that you got the amount, how much it was paid. And if you have not seen this, at least now you know it's been paid, right? So this is, again, useful information when you want to find out who it's been paid to. If your dependents, especially your dependent credit was not issued, you can see, for example, here only the adult stimulus was paid. So it probably means no dependent stimuluses were paid. So this will show you what the IRS has and how you can help follow up on issues. Anyway, I hope all this information was useful for you. Please hit the like button and subscribe to get more notifications like this. And I have a bunch of other tax videos that you can also reference that may help you during these times. Thanks. Bye-bye.